One day a young man was passing by an ancient temple. Out of curiosity, he decided to enter. Inside sat an old monk. The man asked, "Respected monk, how do I find inner peace?" "These are things that are within our control, things we can change. You are what you choose to do with your past. You can let your past define you and make you bitter, or you can rise above it and make it make you better." There is a quote that says, "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift." That is why it is called the present. So live in the present. Make the most of every moment. Be grateful for the gift of life. Forgive easily, forget quickly, smile more, laugh often, dance when you can, and most importantly, love with all your heart. Life is too short to hate. It's too precious to be wasted. For example, if someone wrongs us, it is within our control to forgive or not to forgive. Share it with those who need to hear its message. Subscribe for more updates and keep moving forward. The second type of suffering is caused by our attachment to things that are beyond our control. It is suffering caused by our own minds. We hold on to things that are not ours to hold on to. Like the young man and the bird, we cling to the idea of permanence, to the idea that nothing will change. We think people will remain young forever, that nothing will ever end, that happiness will last forever. When we realize that these things are not in our control, we are faced with the reality of life, with the truth that everything changes, that nothing lasts forever. And this realization causes us suffering, but it doesn't have to cause us suffering. In fact, it should cause us joy because it makes us realize that while life is fleeting, it is precious.
Ow.
While happiness is not permanent, it is real. The monk kept silent for a moment, then turned, looked into the man's eyes and said, "There is a bird sitting on a tree in your backyard. That bird has been there for years, watching you play, watching you grow. But recently it has started to bother you. It bothers you when you sit, it bothers you when you walk, it bothers you when you talk. Now you're thinking of removing it. But why did it suddenly become a problem? Why can't it sit on that tree? Because it reminds you of time passing. Because it reminds you that you, too, will grow old. It reminds you of your mortality. So you want to get rid of it. But why don't you ask yourself why you don't want to see it anymore? What is it about the bird that scares you? What does it represent? If you understand, you will be at peace. Otherwise, you will continue to suffer." The young man thought for a moment. Then he said, "I don't know, I think I just want it to go away." The monk replied, "As long as you don't understand, the bird will continue to remind you of your mortality. And all the while, you will continue to suffer needlessly. But once you understand, the bird becomes a symbol of eternity, of the cycle of life and death, and you will find peace." You see, our suffering is of two kinds. One kind is caused by external circumstances. Don't let the past determine your future. Don't let the mistakes of yesterday overshadow the promise of tomorrow. You are not your mistakes. You are not your past. So friends, I hope this story inspires you. You feel this story? Let it inspire you. Share it, subscribe, and keep moving forward.